Only one classic video game character is synonymous with speed: Sonic the Hedgehog. We've got even more to say about this iconic video game character's storied history, who has starred in over 70 games since his debut in 1991. Hi, I'm Darrian P. Mack with the Leaderboard, and we're running, jumping, and running some more through over 25 years of everyone's favorite Blue Hedgehog. Get ready to move faster than the speed of sound, because here's 107 more facts about Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's get started. Fact number 1. Versions of Sonic's most recognizable stage, Green Hill Zone, have appeared in more than 15 different Sonic games, as well as some non-Sonic games, like Super Smash Bros., in which Sonic makes an appearance. If you played a Sonic game, you probably played through Green Hill Zone in one form or another. Fact number 2. The team that created the original Sonic the Hedgehog consisted of 2 game designers, 3 artists, 3 sound and music people, 8 people in all. While not a lot by today's standards, this was pretty standard for a AAA game at its time. Fact number 3. Speed was not only a selling point of Sonic the Hedgehog, but the Sega Genesis itself. Sonic was created in part to show off the speed of the Sega Genesis, which boosted blast processing, a fancy term for a CPU clock rate, which was faster than the Super Nintendo's. Fact number 4. Another reason speed was made central to Sonic the Hedgehog was the head designer Yuji Naka always attempted to finish World 1-1 of Mario Bros. As fast as possible in order to advance through the rest of the game. Fact number 5. In total, about half of Sonic the Hedgehog's sales have been in the US, 35% have come from Europe, with 15% from the rest of the world, including Japan, where the game was originally developed. Fact number 6. Around the time the Sonic the Hedgehog's release, due to promotion which bundled the original game with the Sega Genesis, Sega had a market majority over Nintendo with a 65% share of the market. Fact number 7. Sega of America distributed a Sonic the Hedgehog Bible amongst its employees with a lengthy origin story and other information about the character. Among other bizarre facts, it names Hartley, Nebraska as Sonic's hometown, where he grew up with 5 sisters. Even more bizarre, Hartley isn't even a real town in Nebraska. Fact number 8. As part of a promotional campaign, one of many by Sega for a Sonic game, Sonic 3 was released on Groundhog's Day, which in the ad campaign was appropriately renamed Hedgehog Day. However, Sonic wouldn't see his shadow until Sonic Adventures 2, the first appearance of Shadow the Hedgehog. Fact number 9. A pre-release tournament was held for Sonic 3 out of all places, Alcatraz Island, and broadcast on MTV. The winner was crowned the world's most hardcore gamer. Thankfully, the other competitors were allowed to go home and not required to do some hardcore time in Alcatraz jail, because that would just be cruel. Fact number 10. While size constraints led to the splitting of Sonic 3 into Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles, the split was also partly due to a commitment to a McDonald's promotion which required them to speed up the development of the game. Fact number 11. A bug in Sonic 3 can sometimes make Sonic or Knuckles get stuck in the game's background. The English language game manual says that this is a deliberate trap set by Dr. Eggman. The only way Sonic can escape, according to the game manual, is to reset the system. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make up a convenient justification that fits into the logic of the game. Fact number 12. When Sonic takes damage and loses all the rings he's collected, they all appear around him. A few simpler ways of showing Sonic losing rings were considered, but they decided on the method of every lost ring appearing on screen in order to show off the Genesis graphical capability. Fact number 13. At one point, a game titled Sister Sonic was proposed by Sega, which was an RPG starring Sonic's sister. It was canceled due to fan backlash, which was apparently very much a thing even all the way back in the 90s too. Fact number 14. The original Sonic the Hedgehog Bridge Zone theme was sampled in Janet Jackson's 1997 chart-topping single Together Again. I do remember that song. Fact number 15. Do Dr. Robotnik's mustache and glasses look familiar? They should if you've taken an American history class. They were based on Teddy Roosevelt. Fact number 16. However, according to an unusual audio clip said by Omacho in Sonic Adventures 2, Dr. Robotnik's mustache is fake. Can't grow real stash, Robotnik? Fact number 17. In total, the original Sonic the Hedgehog game has been available at one time or another in 18 different platforms. Fact number 18. One classic environmental element of Sonic games is the corkscrew loop. Shaped in a corkscrew-like spiral, the motion of Sonic moving through the corkscrew is officially patented by Sega. If you can't think of another place where you've seen a character running a corkscrew motion, that's why. Fact number 19. A debug mode in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 allows for a number of glitches, including being able to play as a green-colored Sonic and creating 2 versions of Tails. An official cheat code also allows you to play as Super Sonic without collecting all of the Chaos Emeralds first. Fact number 20. The iconic box art for the early Sonic games was created by Greg Martin, an artist who also illustrated packaging for Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes licensed games during his time in the video game industry. Fact number 21. The max speed of a hedgehog is 12 miles per hour. Sonic is said to move at the speed of light, meaning that he would be approximately 55 million times faster than a real hedgehog. Fact number 22. However, a scientific analysis measured Sonic's speed in the original Green Hill Zone to only be 10 meters per second, which is slower than Mario. Who would have guessed that? Fact number 23. Sonic the Fighters was a fighting game originally released in arcades and features Sonic characters in 3D. It came out years before Sonic Adventure, which is often recognized as the first fully 3D Sonic game. Fact number 24. A method for transforming into Super Sonic and Sonic the Fighters requires defeating the first 8 enemies in the game's campaign without losing 1 round. This was the first time Super Sonic was playable through a method other than collecting Chaos Emeralds. Fact number 25. Years later, in 2003, a second Sonic fighting game was released, Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. This was the only other fighting game in the Sonic franchise. Fact number 26. Sega has had a history of coming up with special names for release dates of Sonic games. The release of Sonic CD on November 23rd, 1993 was called Sonic Mania Day. If you still want to celebrate Sonic Mania Day on November 23rd, run it as fast as you can, or just playing through old Sonic games are both valid ways to celebrate. Fact number 27. Sonic Mania is also going to be the title of a new Sonic game released later this year. This would be a 2D retro style game, which is appropriate considering the phrase Sonic Mania was last used in 1993. Fact number 28. The upcoming 2017 game will feature a new gameplay mechanic and a new character, and will feature modern 3D stages in addition to the 2D ones. Sounds like the best of both worlds. Fact number 29. Chaotic, a game starring Knuckles the Echidna, introduced many new characters to the Sonic universe, including Charmy Bee, Espio the Chameleon, and Vector the Crocodile. Heavy the Mechanic and Bomb the Mechanic were also introduced in the game, playable only by a second player, and they never appeared in a Sonic game again. Fact number 30. Sonic Spinball included characters from the Sonic cartoon like Princess Sally Acorn. Since the cartoon was only out in America, this was the first time those characters were seen in Japan. Fact number 31. In Sonic CD for the Sega CD, if you left the game idle for 3 minutes without moving Sonic, he'll say the words, "I'm out of here," and jump off the screen, resulting in a game over. Fact number 32. There's a time travel mechanic in Sonic CD, allowing you to visit past and future versions of levels, each with their own unique past and future characteristics. Fact number 33. In Sonic R, every course name begins with the letter R. Thankfully, they stopped at the course names. No Ronic or Rails in this game. Number 34. Taking a cue from the Mario franchise, Sega followed the lead of Mario Teaches Typing and released an educational Sonic game, Sonic Schoolhouse. Number 35. Sonic's official best friend, Mouse Tails Power, has starred in his own standalone spin-offs, Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, and even Tails and the Music Maker for the Sega Pico, a children's educational gaming system. Fact number 36. While Sonic 2 introduced Super Sonic, Sonic and Knuckles introduced Hyper Sonic, a faster, glowing, rainbow-colored version of Super Saiyan-inspired Super Sonic. Say that 3 times fast. Hyper Sonic was playable after collecting all 7 Super Emeralds in the game, which were Chaos Emeralds enhanced by a Master Emerald, allowing players to pretty much breeze through any level, destroying all enemies on screen in one flash. In retrospect, maybe he was like a little overpowered. Fact number 37. Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis was the first video game to be inducted into the National Film and Television Archive of the UK, which up until this point was dedicated to preserving historic TV programs and films. Fact number 38. Predating the release of the first Sonic game, Sonic's very first unofficial and very unlicensed appearance on a home console was in a game titled The Adventures of Quick and Silva for the Amiga, which was included with the Amiga Fun magazine for free. It also included unlicensed characters from other games too, like a severed Mario head on a spring. Sonic was a common and recurring enemy in the game. Fact number 39. Sonic has a star in San Francisco's Walk of Fame. As its name suggests, this is a video game character version of Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Fact number 40. A gene in the human body that separates the right brain from the left and codes for the protein that gives humans 2 eyes is called, of all things, Sonic Hedgehog. It was named before the first video game was released in the US. The name was taken from a comic book in which Sonic appeared, owned by the daughter of one of the postdoctoral researchers in the lab in which the gene was first cloned. Fact number 41. Al Nyson, who worked at Sega of America from 1989 to 1993, promoted the first Sonic game by going on a press tour to malls across America and allowing children to play Sonic and the newest Mario game on side-by-side TVs, letting the players decide which one they liked better. Fact number 42. In 1992, Nelson claimed that Sonic the Hedgehog was more popular than Mickey Mouse. This was due to the character's Q-scores, or quotient scores, which were assigned by a company called Marketing Evaluations Inc., which tracked brands' consumer appeal through data gathered by the company. Fact number 43. According to a Q-score taken in spring of 2015, 20% of American population ages 6 and up considers Sonic one of their favorite characters, while 58% of the population recognizes him at all. If you're watching this video, you're presumably one of those 58% and can tell Sonic from any other regular old hedgehog. Fact number 44. Sonic loves chili dogs. Though there's never been an official reason why, he sure eats them a heck of a whole lot throughout the course of his many comic and video game appearances. Fact number 45. In 2016, some Sonic fans took it upon themselves to adapt Sonic into 3D in a way that more closely resembled his old school adventures than his newer, less speed-oriented 3D appearances. They titled this game Green Hill Paradise Act 2. The game was very well received by Sonic fans. Fact number 46. Surprisingly, Sega's official media outreach team responded to this game with approval, encouraging Sonic fans to keep making great stuff. Considering Sonic has a famously large community of fan-made online content, this must have been a sigh of relief to many. If you haven't yet, Google your first name plus the Hedgehog for a glimpse into just how large the Sonic fan community really is. Fact number 47. Dreams Come True, the Japanese band who composed music for the first two Sonic games, had no prior experience scoring video games before providing the first Sonic soundtrack. From no video game music experience to Green Hill Zone theme is truly impressive. Fact number 48. Nakamura has never completed a Sonic game himself, explaining that he's bad at video games, but his bandmate Miwa Yoshida is a video game veteran and has played through many a Sonic game. Fact number 49. Some of Dream Come True's own songs are Sonic pieces with lyrics set to them. For example, their song Sweet 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 is the ending theme to Sonic 2 with lyrics added to it. Fact number 50. The Sega mascot design process that eventually spawned Sonic and also Dr. Eggman began with Sega tasked its best designers all to come up with new character designs. Naoto Oshima, who won the competition with his now famous design for Sonic, had previously worked as a designer on the original Phantasy Star game. Fact number 51. In the final round of choosing a mascot, Sonic's design was chosen over an armadillo, which was considered due to armadillos also being able to roll up into a ball. A couple years later, in 1993, an armadillo character appeared in the arcade game Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Named Mighty the Armadillo, he looks similar to Sonic, sporting red shoes and a red and black design in place of Sonic's blue and tan design. Fact number 52. While Sonic was created as a mascot to rival Mario, he eventually inspired some other animal video game mascots, among them Gex the Gecko, who first appeared in the 3DO system. Fact number 53. Sonic once appeared in a Honey Nut Cheerios commercial. Buzz, Honey Nut Cheerios mascot, appears playing none other than Emerald Hill Zone, the sequel more or less to Sonic's iconic Green Hill Zone stage. Also making an appearance is Sonic's patented corkscrew motion. Good thing Sega put that patent to use. Fact number 54. Sonic has appeared on the packaging for a number of products all around the world, including biscuits, soda, and believe it or not, toothpaste. Fact number 55. Sonic has also started a number of mobile games. An early 2005 port of the original Sonic the Hedgehog was a huge success, selling over 8 million copies in the US and Europe in its first year. Fact number 56. When Sonic the Hedgehog was ported to the Android in order to draw existing players of the game to his new version, Tails and Knuckle were made playable in the same manner as they were in Sonic 2. Fact number 57. The iOS and Android ports of Sonic 2 include a lost level called Hidden Palace Zone, which was originally meant to be included as a bonus level in the original game, but was cut due to development constraints. Fact number 58. After the release of the first Sonic game, race car drivers began putting Sonic icons on their helmets and cars. It probably didn't make them go any faster, but it did look pretty cool. Fact number 59. Sonic looked a little bit different in Sonic Adventures than his previous games. He was redesigned to appear taller and was given a voice and an expanded range of facial expressions. Fact number 60. In preparation for the development of Sonic Adventure, the core development team consisting of Naka, Oshima, and Takashi Luzuka traveled traveled through Mexico and Peru, visiting many historic sites. These trips inspired Emerald Coast, Lost World, Mystic Ruins, and aspects of other levels. Fact number 61. Sonic Adventures included non-speed oriented components, a first for a non-spin-off Sonic game, by giving each playable character their own playstyle. For example, Knuckles hunted, while newly introduced Big the Cat just kinda did his own thing. Fact number 62. Chows appear for the first time in Sonic Adventure. These are cute, pet-like characters you can raise in a standalone mini-game. In Sonic Adventure 2, Chow could be good or evil, reflecting the good or evil nature of the game, which featured the first appearance of Shadow the Hedgehog. Fact number 63. Chow that were raised in the original Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast could be exported to Chow Adventure, a Tamagotchi-like game playable on the Dreamcast Remote VMU memory card. Fact number 64. Sonic Adventures 2 soundtrack included songs with rapping by none other than Knuckles the Echidna. Who knew he was so multi-talented? In reality, these parts were recorded by rapper 100P, but you wouldn't know it considering he introduces himself as your boy Knuckles. Fact number 65. The development team for Sonic Adventures 2 was stationed in San Francisco, so design elements of certain levels are based on locations in, guess what, San Francisco, and other areas in California that the team visited during the development process. Fact number 66. Sonic Adventures 2 for the Dreamcast is the highest rated Sonic game on Metacritic with a score of 89. Fact number 67. There were even more newly playable characters in Sonic Adventure 2, including Rouge the Bat, who first appeared in the game as a rival to Knuckles, starring in hunting portions of the game similar to Knuckles' hunting levels. Perennial villain Dr. Eggman was also made playable inside of a mech opposite of mechanized Tails. Fact number 68. Sonic Adventures 2 introduced a grinding mechanic, allowing its characters to grind on rails like they were wearing soap sneakers, whose company was actually partnered with Sonic at this time. Not only did Sonic wear a pair of these special sneakers, the game featured benches, billboards, and blimps that advertised the soap sneakers. The soaping and grinding mechanic was reused in later games, including Sonic Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Sonic also used them in the anime series Sonic X. Fact number 69. Not to be confused with the canceled Sonic Extreme for the Sega Saturn, at one point a game called Sonic Extreme, the word is spelled out this time, was in development for the Xbox. This was a fully fledged Sonic skateboarding game, but was canceled early on in its development. We can only hope that one day a truly extreme Sonic game will be released. Fact number 70. In Sonic Adventures 2 story, Shadow the Hedgehog was created by Dr. Robotnik's grandfather 50 years before the events of the main game. Since Sonic is canonically 15 years old, that makes Shadow the elder hedgehog of the two. Fact number 71. In 2002, the year Sonic Adventure 2 was ported onto the GameCube as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Yuji Naka was given a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Game Developers Choice Awards, which is awarded to those who have made significant achievements in the video game industry. Other winners include The Sims' Will Wright and Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto. Number 72. Sonic made an appearance in a port of Sonic Advance on the Nokia N-Gage called Sonic N. The N-Gage was a weird early smartphone gaming system hybrid released in 2003 that failed to catch on and was discontinued in 2005. Fact number 73. BioWare, developers of Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and other beloved RPG series, developed a Sonic game for the Nintendo DS titled Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, which featured RPG gameplay like the games they were famous for. Fact number 74. In total, there have been 6 Sonic racing games, beginning with Sonic Drift on the Game Gear and including most recently Sonic Free Riders for the Xbox 360, released in 2010. Fact number 75. Sonic owns a biplane called the Tornado. The plane first appeared in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and has appeared in many games since. Oftentimes, Tails pilots the plane while Sonic heroically stands on its upper wing, dangerous but cool looking. Fact number 76. Sonic Heroes, released in 2003, was the first new Sonic game released on the Xbox and PlayStation 2. Since then, many classic Sonic games have become available on the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Store, and upcoming Sonic games are in development for current-gen Microsoft and Sony platforms. Fact number 77. Sonic Heroes introduced a new playstyle that put players in control of a team of 3 characters. Each team included a speed character, a power character, and a flight character. Advancing through the game requires strategically switching between all 3 playable characters. Fact number 78. 2005's Shadow the Hedgehog put players in control of Shadow, who wields a gun throughout the game, a logical move given the shooter-dominated video game market at the time. However, this was the first and last appearance of the gun-wielding version of Shadow. May he rest in peace. Fact number 79. Last year, a 24-hour playthrough of Sonic 06 was broadcast to raise money for the Transgender Law Center. Fact number 80. Sonic Generations is the first Sonic game to feature 2 playable Sonics, Classic and Modern. The Classic Sonic is more in the style of his early Sega Genesis days, while the modern Sonic is in the style of his Sonic Adventure redesign. I wonder if they'll do a follow-up for the Sonic Boom design. Fact number 81. Sonic Unleashed, released in 2008, includes a mechanic where, at night, Sonic would lose his signature speed abilities and become a werehog. This was the only game to feature this mechanic. The next game in the series, Sonic Colors, resembled Sonic's Unleashed day portions, but it scrapped any and all monster content. Fact number 82. Sonic Boom, a franchise reboot of sorts, famously redesigned most of its major characters. For example, Sonic was given a bandana around his neck, and Knuckles was made buffer. Fact number 83. Sonic Boom also introduced a number of new characters to the series, like the Jungle Badger Styx, who appears alongside the game's core cast of characters. Fact number 84. These visual changes to the characters were meant in part to separate them from the continuity of earlier Sonic games, making it clear that these are essentially separate characters, which honestly makes more sense than Sonic deciding he likes wearing scarves completely out of the blue. Fact number 85. Since Sonic characters are known for being fast, one of the visual elements added to some of the Sonic Boom's redesigned characters were wraps meant to mimic ones worn by football players who are also sometimes pretty fast. Fact number 86. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric for the Wii U was developed by LA-based Big Red Button, and the Nintendo 3DS game Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal was developed by the San Francisco-based Senzaro Games. This marked the first time Sonic games were developed by United States-based developers. Fact number 87. The Sonic logo was redesigned for the game's 25th anniversary in 2016. Rather than following the footsteps of its characters' major redesigns for Sonic Boom, the logo recalls Sonic's original design as seen on the box art of the original game. Fact number 88. Through the many logos used on the cover of Sonic games for more than 25 years, the font has never changed from the one used on the original cover. Also a constant on the cover, a sideways O. Fact number 89. Future Sonic games are going to be less like Sonic Boom and more like the classic games that made Sonic a household name, according to Lazuka, who explained that he wants the characters to stay the same as far as 10 years from now. Fact number 90. Sonic first returned to 2D in Sonic the Hedgehog 4, released in 2010 as a direct sequel to 1994's Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The game was split into 2 episodes, released about a year and a half apart from one another, though each episode is large enough to be a standalone game. Fact number 91. In 2008, Sonic was voted as the UK's favorite video game character. Coming in at 2nd and 3rd place were Mario and Tomb Raider's Lara Croft, respectively. Fact number 92. Sonic has appeared in multiple third-party, non-Sonic games, famously including Nintendo's Super Smash Bros. Most recently, Sonic appeared in toy form from the Toys to Life game LEGO Dimensions. Fact number 93. Sonic has starred in 5 different animated series, as well as 2 movies and a short. In 1993 and 1994, 2 animated Sonic series ran concurrently: Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and the more simply titled Sonic the Hedgehog. Fact number 94. Though it shares a name, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Game Gear rendered in 8-bit rather than 16-bit graphics, and an entirely different game than its Sega Genesis counterpart. While Tails is featured on the box art and in the game, he's not playable as he is in the Genesis version, and remains for the majority of the game held hostage by Dr. Eggman. Fact number 95. Fans of the Avengers, and more generally the idea of heroes from all walks of life coming together to face a common enemy, will enjoy a storyline from the Sonic comic book series that brought Sonic together with the worlds of Mega Man, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter, and other video games. Fact number 96. Some of the Sonic comics follow the chronology of the video games and even feature story arcs titled Mega Drive and Genesis, named after the consoles on which the early Sonic games appeared. Number 97. In 2016, Hello Kitty creator Sanrio released a Sonic plush which looks like a 50-50 split between Sonic and Hello Kitty herself. It's the mashup you never knew you wanted to see. Fact number 98. A Sonic the Hedgehog film is currently in the works, with Deadpool director Tim Miller on board as executive producer and Jeff Flower as director. Neil H. Moritz, producer of the Fast and Furious franchise, will also be a producer on the Sonic adaptation, with Patrick Casey and Josh Miller writing the script. It is in the good hands of Sony Pictures and Marza Animation Planet. Fact number 99. This is not Tim Miller's first experience in the gaming world. He actually directed the short for the MMO DC Universe Online created by WB Games. The trailer appeared at Comic-Con 2011, and writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick were so impressed they ended up hiring Miller to direct their film, Deadpool. Miller was also the visual effects producer on the game Star Wars: The Old Republic. Fact number 100. The Sonic film will be a live-action animation hybrid like the Yogi the Bear film, but let's hope it's better than Yogi the Bear. please be better. Fact number 101. While Sonic was the first video game character to be made into a balloon for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the balloon was retired after it deflated after hitting light poles 3 different times. Seriously, multiple light poles. Another balloon that flew in the 2011 parade was also retired after getting caught in some trees in 2013. Is Sonic cursed to never fly in the Macy's parade again? Because it sure does seem like it. Poor guy, just wanted to go fast. Fact number 102. Have you checked out Sonic the Hedgehog's official Twitter account? If not, you should. It started getting a lot of attention online after it began featuring surprisingly well thought out Sonic memes. Fact number 103. The person behind the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter is Aaron Weber, who at one point was a mod on Phantasy Star Online. Before being hired by Sega, he was put in charge of the Sonic Twitter account in 2014. Fact number 104. Twitter isn't the only medium the Sonic team has used to incorporate internet memes. Sonic's official YouTube account released a video in 2015 for a fake DLC featuring, for some reason, none other than the infamous actor and provocateur Shia LaBeouf. Fact number 105. In 2010, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing was released on all major current-gen consoles. Though it features Sonic in its title, this racing game's roster includes characters from many other video game franchises. Its sequel, released in 2012, even includes movie character Wreck-It Ralph as a playable character. Fact number 106. Sonic Runners, released in 2015, was the first mobile game developed by Team Sonic rather than a third-party developer. However, 1 year later, the game's servers were closed and the game is no longer available for download. Fact number 107. 2007 Sonic and the Secret Rings and 2009 Sonic and the Black Knight take place in the literary worlds inspired by Arabian Nights and Knights of the Round Table, respectively. Titled the Storybook Series, there was once talk of making this a trilogy, but Sega seems to have abandoned any plans of releasing a third Storybook Sonic game. Once again, I'm Darrian P. Mack, and thanks for watching 107 more facts about Sonic the Hedgehog. Did we miss anything? Did it drive you crazy every time we said Dr. Eggman instead of Dr. Robotnik? Which do you say? Comment down below and let us know. We have new videos dropping every week, so let us know what game you want us to cover next. Don't forget to click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad. And if you like getting more out of your games, subscribe to the Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.